Greetings, mortals, and welcome back to Octopath Traveler.
And also, welcome back to Arctole turning his AC way higher because Jesus. Being on the equator is fun, guys. Okay, so when last we left off, we had just picked up our nice little merchant, and we had picked up a pretty sizable amount of power in a pretty rapid amount of time. Actually, give me 1 second. This sounds very loud to me. And I can't check the balance because I can't. If I tab out, the sound goes away. Oh, that's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I guess I could unmute that, but let's get that. Okay, so let's see here. So last we checked, we had just gotten this character, which potentially will allow us to get some really shiny things. So I'm thinking that I want to pop back to some of these other locations and see if I can... I almost said steal, but steal for a price some nice objects. So this is a piece of armor. What do you want? Oh, my sweet, wherefore art thou, Lori? Came to this village certain for my Lori, but she's already left. Lori. Is Lori the name of that girl? Probably not, because if it was, then I don't think so. Maybe. Okay, let's see what we can purchase from you. Nothing interesting. That's a broadsword. That's actually a pretty sizable damage boost, because the current one is like 8.
Oh, hello.
I'm a historian seeking traces of the legendary King Beowulf the Great. I'm sure you heard of him. Why, it was none other than he who founded the kingdom of Hornburg. Some colleague who shall remain nameless for their sake, mark my words. Mock my words. Are you trying to say mark my words, or... Oh, mock my work. Sorry, so yes. So this is actually a group of people. I understand. I thought that this was a single colleague. Mock my work. King Beowulf is just a myth, they say, but I say no, I know they're just wrong. That's why I'm here, you see, to discover the great king's monument to prove what he did once walk this worth. Perhaps you could help me if you happen to come across some ancient plinth, or carved granite, or other stony erection. Pray tell me once. If you've happened to find a stony erection, please tell me. Stimulating ring. 80 speed? Jesus. Not bad. Okay.
Hello.
Feast your eyes on them beauties. Aren't they the finest cows you ever seen? Why, even their poop is grand. Only the best manure. Please tell me you sell manure. Yes! I'm buying it. Buy from me, buy quality, right? Always looking for a bargain. I don't know why she suddenly became a pirate, but that's just how it goes. The brigands are gone, but the way these things are going these days, we can't afford to let down our guard. Okay. So,
How is that?
with those brigands under lock and key, our village is at peace once more. And I will not remember from conversation to conversation.
Hey there.
Pardon me, but would you mind telling me of your travels? I'm hoping to learn more of the world so I might become stronger.
Truly?
It's not easy bringing up a boy without a father in the house. And now that damned bachelor left. Silver clock. Interesting. Glass marble. Don't think I need a marble. I don't know if that's gonna sell for more than I buy it for, is the problem. This has cobblestone, our little home in the hills. Oh, right, this is talk to, so have I talked to everyone? No, I haven't gone over here.
Ah.
Once in an age long lost to us, a wise dragon was said to live in the mountains of this land. It was able to speak the words of man, yet it wielded a mysterious power beyond that of any mortal. Well, I mean, it's a dragon, so that's not really terribly surprising.
All right.
A friend came back from a long sea journey and brought back a bag of mysterious seeds. Would be a shame not to plant it, so I'm thinking of clearing the land and making a new field. But you need maneuver to prepare for soil. Would you mind fetching me some? Oh, well, that's convenient.
Boy.
Well, summer's days, that's cow manure you have there, and sweet smelling stuff it is too. Mixed with wheat husks, it makes fine fertilizer fit for any crop. It's not so fragrant when it's in the ground, sadly, but it makes the soil soft and friable. You need soil like that to soak up the rain and to let the roots grow deep. See, in land fresh reclaimed from the forest, its soil's hard like clay and nothing you plant will take. Is it? I guess maybe it depends on the type of forest. I'm trying to think back to my time in forests, and I don't remember the ground being hard in a forest. Seeds took to the soil and crops are grown, thanks to you. It's a root crop, so it don't look like much, but come harvest anytime, we'll have a merry feast. Silver Spear, I like it. 56
What's
physical
happening?
attack. Feeling thirsty, this here's the tab and best meat in the Highlands, they say. Who's they? Who's saying such things? Well, that traveler, what can I do for you? So, we can move on. I think I've talked to everyone now, so it's just a matter of deciding what I want to do about some of this stuff. I think I should probably sell some stuff. Do I want to sell some of these items that may or may not be hard to get more of? So this is only 50 if I sell 10 of them. That's not really a great return on investment. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do some exploring around here. I'm tempted to go into that cave. Because there was that cave that had a recommended level of 20. There's no way I'm going to be able to take on a cave with a recommended level of 20. Not the gear that I have right now.
They are stands. I am ready.
Especially not with... well, I don't know.
No, then.
Here I go.
I'm gonna steal from this thing. Nope. I stand corrected. No, I actually don't want to use her.
The battle is truly joy.
Here I go.
I'm gonna see. Wait. Oh, that's interesting. The chance escalated. 80 is not a lot.
I am ready.
Yeah, so we're just going to use a rest with her
Time for a
to get her HP back up.
The battle is truly joy.
Break time.
I am ready.
And
The
you
show is
go.
over.
So I did steal more than I obtained from the fight naturally. So that is good to know. Do I want to try to go to here? Can I fast travel these places? I can. Okay, I think I'm gonna... Let's also take a look at my things. I need a decent amount more to be able to level up. I'm curious about going... There was another pass around this way somewhere or something?
It's a good
I don't think
day
it's
to
this way.
battle.
I think it's further to
I am ready.
So, if I can get...
Here I go.
The
Oh,
battle
what's wrong
is
with it?
truly joy.
Oh, I guess it doesn't matter, because... She doesn't necessarily have...
I am ready. Let's do this.
So she can use Trade Tempest.
The winds of fortune are howling.
Have at you. Out of my way.
Let's do this.
And that is weak against
Got more
bows.
than you bargained for.
That's 6 JP from that, which isn't very much. It's 100 to get a full level off of. Is this the direction that I was looking for? I think it is.
Step right up.
So we're gonna basically just
I am ready.
wander around a bit, and hopefully
Now then.
we will find what we're looking for here.
It's my turn now.
Okay, so you can just use a level 2 Trade Tempest to ensure that they're both going to be one-shotable
I
here.
am ready.
Have at you. With each battle, I grow stronger.
So the next time in a fight like that, I'll have her probably rest. I'll even maybe do a boost rest. So this is Eastern Sun. Oh, no, this is the well, that's fine. We'll go here. There's
Step right up.
we have a higher level rat now.
Here I go.
Upscale rat, still
I'm
weak to the
ready.
same things. Also use the daggers.
Now then.
And I can actually get that regen SP item eventually as well, now that I think about it. No, I'm just not gonna do that. Just realized that I'm still on the same turn.
I am ready.
That one is in fact dead already, that's surprising.
Here I go. Time to close up shop.
Time to close up shit. Okay. So, my goal here is going to be to try to get into one of these other places to start picking up some nice shiny objects. And maybe some fat stacks of cash. The fat stacks of cash are less important though. So, is there a... Ooh, that's interesting. These are
I'm
all things I have not thought before. I'm gonna try
Nice.
this. There's a
Bring
decent
your-
chance that they're weak against dark. Several of them are. What is the probability that they're actually weak against? Okay, so we've got a multi-week
Here I go.
this setup here. I'm actually going to use Trade Tempest. None of them are weak against that, but it does do a decent amount of damage to the one that's already broken.
Victory shall be mine.
I'm just going to do an AoE.
I am ready.
Oh. That is not going to break that.
What to do?
So none of these are weak against her thing of attack. Try a spear. That is weak. Good.
I am ready.
Tidode.
Battle is truly joy.
So you are weak against sword.
My turn now.
And now we can do full trade for Tempest. That did basically nothing to that ant. Jeez. Oh no, and he's poisoned.
I will cut you down.
That ant is durable as hell.
I am ready.
So Oh, right, that's the one that I already attacked. So we know that one is weak against spears. So this is interesting, actually. This is much
Let's do this.
More concerning than I had given it credit for. So that is weak against that. So this is weak against both of the damage types that I've specialized in right now.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
So 32 EXP. Huh. Interesting. Excuse me. Elemental attack, speed. Do I want to pick this up? I'm gonna pick up Bewildering Grace. So what does Eye for Eye do? 50% chance of counterattacking after being attacked with a physical attack. That's an interesting choice for her. I guess it makes sense because she's an assassin. It's just a little strange with her, like, ability set. So we're gonna save the game, and do we want to try to go into that cave?
Let us fight with honor.
I am ready.
This place is legitimately kind of terrifying. So none of them are susceptible to that, but Marina's so OP, man.
Let's do this.
Okay.
The battle is truly joy.
This. On the plus side, she can no longer get attacked.
The lion dance.
So here comes an AoE. Nice. Ooh, that's a big hit too. Okay, well, Marina did some good work while she was here.
Have at you. I will cut you down.
There's a single.
My turn now. The winds of fortune are howling.
That is not sufficient. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, luckily she can heal herself, so... So that thing has a red name. Does that mean it's almost dead?
Oh no.
Oh, she can't. He's a multi.
Time for a break.
25 SP? Jesus. I'm gonna do a max strength knife mode. It's not, that thing isn't broken, but yeah, it's low enough on HP that I figured it would do the job anyway. Ooh, 10 crits.
Let's do this.
I actually really like Tress's ability set. Her stats are kind of trash right now, but that's something that can be fixed over time. I just need to get her a better weapon.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
This may come as a shock, but the merchant character might be somewhat gear dependent. But she should help me economically as well. Okay, so Blue Dancing Girl. So we need to save the game. And we actually have regen on our duelist now. Let's see if we can do this now. Purchase from him. I only have 5 grand. No finer quality you'll find. Always looking for a bargain. Wait, so does that mean that I can actually... The reason I picked that up was actually because... That's interesting. She can't wear it. Oops. I like how literally everyone else starts with a buckler and she doesn't start with anything. So sad. Interesting.
How are you?
So I just popped something that... Ooh, Iron Helm. I'm not sure if I want to buy like the low tier equipment. Okay, we're going to save here, and we're going to try out this enemy up here, because we do have regen. So I'm going to actually give him the best gear he has access to. Should I? Eh, it's fine. I'll try this. We're a little higher level, which I don't think is going to make that big a difference, but I don't remember how much damage he does. And Sleepweed actually helps me, because anytime he does that, I'm going to regenerate during that turn. So he does deal sufficient damage to cause a problem.
Victory shall be
I'm
mine.
actually going to use a bag. I don't know how much. Oh shit.
Witchery.
Accursed witchery.
The battle is true. Final blade is unbending. The battle is true.
So what I'm gonna do here, because I can break him as well, I actually don't have nearly as bad a situation here as you'd expect, because I'm just gonna be regenerating through whatever he's doing, as long as he's got 8 turns on that now. That's so funny.
The battle is truly joy. Final blade is unbending.
Do a triple attack. I'm gonna follow it up with a full attack.
Have at it.
So this is going to take forever. This guy probably has thousands of HP. This merchant is so OP. Because this item is crazy powerful. So hopefully it follows up with a normal attack. Never mind, it's fine. Never mind, it's not fine, because got another turn immediately. So I'm back up to full HP.
The battle is true. Have at it.
So basically, we're just trying to burn the blocks as best we can, and then burn out all of our stuff into them.
Have at you. Victory.
So, this is only going to take us
Witchery.
another, I don't know, 20-30 minutes of fighting. I don't know how strong this guy is gonna be, but
The battle is truly joined. My way.
like I feel like
Victory shall.
these guys probably don't have a huge amount of HP, just generally,
Battle is truly joined.
because of the fact that they're gonna be. No, I don't.
It's on
I'm gonna do a normal attack. I'm gonna follow it up with
the battle.
full swing. If I cap here, which I'm not going to yet, but if I accidentally overcap, then it won't have been worth it to do what I did there. I think I'm actually going to do... Because I'm concerned about overcapping, I'm going to do this
Have at it.
just to blow out all of my resources. And now, because anytime you use the boost move, you are lowering the amount of boost income that you have over time, because you don't actually have any income for the next turn.
Have at you.
So it lessens the total amount of boost you can use the more turns you use boost on. So, and he got a double turn, which means that I'm going to overcap, but there was nothing I could have done about that.
Have at you.
So, yeah, this does mean that I can punch way outside of my weight class with this character now,
Victory.
because, like, this enemy is
Now
definitely not meant to be killable by someone of my current power level. Now, my current, like, character level, probably, but because of the fact that I haven't picked up any gear, my character level and my power level overall are very different figures. Like, I would say that I'm level 13 now. I'm probably fighting about on par with where I should be at about level 6. Like, legitimately, I think at level 6, just getting some of the basic upgrades that you get, because your first weapon is so bad compared to really, really basic options that exist really quickly. So this guy is, I think, below half-life. His HP bar is now yellow. I didn't notice that on my previous, like, I was really tired yesterday. So I didn't actually even notice that the name would,
victory
because
shall
if I hover over him, because it disappears as soon as I select, but while I hover over him, he actually has a name icon there that's useful. Okay, you put me to sleep. That's actually fine, it's not a big deal.
victory shall be mine. My way.
Okay, so we're going to delay one turn before using boost.
Victory.
Boost up. And then we have one on hand right now.
Victory.
We're not going to use it though.
Witchery.
If I was immune to sleep, that would make this go much faster.
Have at you. Mercy. Witchery.
That's not the right ability.
Victory shall be mine.
We be two immortals, trapped indefinitely in combat, my friend. I'm gonna do a 3B here. Yes, a 3B.
Have at you.
But yeah, this is really slow going with my current attack level. But this thing is low on HP. It's probably below 25% now, is my guess. So
Victory shall be mine. My way.
I could be wrong. I could be misjudging what the percentages are. I didn't see another one other than yellow and red. And yellow and red could mean different things. Like, yellow could be 75% HP, and red could be under 50. I don't think so, though. But it's also possible. It's pretty common in Western games for 25% to be the threshold for critical. I don't think that's the case in most Japanese RPGs. Most Japanese RPGs
Victory shall be mine.
have different thresholds. I was gambling on using an attack instead of anything because I wanted to get the maximum amount of efficiency here.
Mercy, witchery.
I'm curious how much experience I'm going to get out of this.
No,
My guess is probably not very much, but I could get a huge amount. It really depends on how the XP scales. Because I've actually been getting a huge amount of experience on the world map now, but at the same time, those enemies are really hard.
witchery.
The enemies on the world map are getting really hard because I haven't been scaling up my gear at all, or at least not in a meaningful way. We're gonna do the normal attack. That gives us full boost. And then he's gonna break out of the stun, and that's fine.
Victory shall be mine. Victory shall be
Do I
mine.
want... He's probably gonna put me to sleep, but... He did not! He failed.
No,
So, we got the break.
the battle.
I do kind of miss the Shin Megami the Shin Megami Tensei style, because in Shin Megami Tensei, when you get those breaks and stuff like that, it is really, like, extreme. But, so we got this done, question mark? Damn it all, I'll not be forgetting this. You have my thanks. That man would not take no for an answer. Over the course of several days. I only came here because I'd heard this is where people go to come to have fun in this town. That's not what that means. I swear, doesn't the local tribe do anything to maintain order? How's a girl supposed to enjoy the city if she can't even walk down the street in peace? That's by design, friend, I'm sorry. But the patriarchy is real. Ruffians like that man should not be allowed to wander free. I heartily agree. Oh, but forgive me, I seem to have gotten carried away. I don't know why you're saying that. You wish to know who I am? Well, that's rather... I'm on a journey, I suppose. My name's Ria. You may call me Ria. Anyhow, I'll not forget your kindness in helping a stranger like myself. Thank you again. If nothing else, at least my journey showed me that there's still good people left in this world. And now I must say good farewell. I hope that your own travels bring you joy. Hey, magic knot. Interesting. Plasco in the Southern Lands produce the finest spices used for cooking. Even the most flavorless of it dishes seem to be imbued with the powerful taste of the Southern Lands. What wondrous spices. Do you have wondrous spices? So that's presumably for a quest. So... I don't have enough money for it, which is unfortunate. How do we feel about this bouncer? The bouncer's even harder than that guy was. She's just pretty, that's all. What's wrong with a man wanting to spend the night with a pretty lady? I haven't felt like I'd seen her somewhere before, though I can't for the life of me say where. Falcon Dagger. Stimulating hearing. Indeed. Oh. Alas, no one turns their head at my dancing. I cannot catch anyone's eye. Dancing's nothing but a sorrow. Maybe it's time I hang up my dance shoes, but before I do, I want to stand on this stage and dance with grace one more time. Oh, they need a diva's dress? Okay.
Oh,
What is this? This dress, it's beautiful. It's really just stunning. Looks like the dress was worn by a great dancer I used to look up to ever so much. How nostalgic to think of it now. When I first came here to this tavern, I practiced so desperately to try to dance as she did. Things are so awful here, but the dancing. I always did love the dancing. I've been dancing so many years now, but I wonder if I ever got close to her level at all. It's like a dream come true to get to wear this dress just like hers, dance on a stage as she did. I suppose that's it for my last cue. It's time for my last cue. Thank you. I wonder if that's what I wonder if that's how I was supposed to resolve this, or... Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do... Can I allure with her? I'm a little concerned that I might have screwed myself there accidentally by resolving this in a way other than the way that I'm supposed to. So I'm going to try to allure you. Wait a minute now, what did you care to spend a little more time with me? Mesmerizing, absolutely mesmerizing. Pray, come hither. It's a fine day outside. It's too bad my mother abandoned me to go follow some dancer around. Like mother, like daughter, I suppose. Oh, can I make you... Oh, I can get you to follow me. I'm not going to do this yet. So, I kidnapped this poor girl's mother. Whoops. I could get the Chico Bay again. Get this guy. No. There's an armor up there. Anything else that I want to do in here? That iron helm is very cheap. It's very tempting to get it.
So, you see,
Layla is not the name that other person was saying. I think. Let's look at their journal. Okay. Enriched by the manure of the highest qualities. So, ancient Plymouth Druid. Yeah, it's Lori, not Layla. And what else? Do you have? No. Curious to see what his next support skill is. So how do I want to go about this? I have very little HP on Primrose left. You know what I could do? I could take off the Beastly Scarf. Oh, that's cool. And give it to her temporarily. And then I can give it back to him once she's gotten her HP back in good shape. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's see, who else do we... You know what, I'm going to try to recruit her. I don't generally like to do things that involve RNG, but... Fingers crossed. I'm loath to admit it, but you outshine me in every way. Pray, come hither. Yeah, baby. But, what? But I found the blue dancing girl. I've got her with me. Why can't I help you? Help me, help you. Soul stones. Sharp nut and slippery nut. So can't do anything with him, can I? Yes. I wonder what happens. Is there any benefit to challenging most people? Ooh, critical plus 10. This is super cheap. I'm gonna buy this. You must have quite a passage for your business if you bother coming this far away. Always looking for a bargain. Yeah, she's a pirate now. Commemorative coin. Stinging dagger. I already have one of these. Coin. Do I have? I don't have two people that can use daggers. So. Protective earring plus 10 each. Reasonably cheap. I know I'm gonna buy it. It's fine. There's so many accessory slots that I think it makes sense to pick up that kind of gear. So we'll give her the. I don't know. We'll give. Primrose. She doesn't really need more max HP. I'm actually gonna give the crit rate thing to him, and the max HP thing I'm gonna give to her. The max HP thing is actually better for him because he's generally gonna be regenerating. Okay, so obviously he's not gonna be regenerating right this second. Because I've got it on Primrose, but I don't think I want to try to fight that bouncer with my current weapons, just because it's going to take too long. Do I want to... Which one do I have? I don't have a lot. Alright, we're going to pop down south, and... Actually, none of these use multi-target attacks. I think I am going to take this off. Give her the wind ammo instead, just for the hell of it. And yes, I'm going to give her the crit thing. Okay. So it looks like everyone has 100 crit by default, which is a little surprising. That is a cat. Come to me, dancer! Nice. Oh, interesting. So you take a nap.
No.
That did nothing. The cat dodged my attack.
Nice try.
Insolent fool! Let's see. Cat. Okay, interesting. The cat ran away. I wonder what that's about. Is the cat some sort of bonus thing? I was thinking it was just a normal enemy, but maybe the cat is actually
Bargain for.
like a treasure goblin type thing. I'll try using spells the next time I run into a cat. I think you might need to use spells because their evasion is just going to be too high. I'm going to pop into this place over here. This is danger level 20, which is a little scary, but my hope is that there's actually a thing right here. It seems like a bad idea for me to go after that, though. No, one second, I need to go out the door and I'll be right back. Okay, I have returned, and I'm ready to murder. So this, I don't think I can loot this chest. Oh my god.
Honor. How about you?
Do I have an AoE that can hit them all? Yes, I do.
I will cut
So
you.
level slash is a weakness of all of theirs. So I'm gonna go ahead and summon the dancer. Hopefully she... Interesting.
Here I go.
I'm just gonna use Trade Tempest immediately. That did nothing. Okay, so now all of their attacks are going to Ulbrich. You aren't weak against Nido, are you? My guess is no. It doesn't really matter, though. I think it's best to just hit it.
Bring your shame.
Okay, they are not weak against Nido. They're in fact very strong against spells generally, it looks
Victory
like.
shall be mine.
So, I'm going to use a rank 1 level slash. This is going to break all of them, except for the one in the back that's already broken. So we are going to have a desync here. You're not weak against that.
Now then.
So, use a rank 3 AoE. Here's the question. I don't have any other AoEs that I think they'll be susceptible to. Do I want to try this? You know what? I will, just because. Okay, we did manage to do enough damage to kill one of them there. That one's broken. They are not weak against those.
Witchery.
So Ulbrich is taking all of the damage now. And he is debuffed. She has nothing she can use that's terribly useful here. Let's see what happens if I try to steal with a max rank boost. 120 bucks. So that's
The battle
basically
is
like,
truly joy.
okay, we're breaking 2 of them with this. I'm gonna summon the Blue Dancer rather than have her do a reasonably weak attack herself, and oh my goodness, that was a lot of damage. I'm gonna actually use level slash
I
again.
will cut you
I'm
down.
legit just going all in on this fight. You're toast.
Now
Boom, boom, boom. And that's not enough, but we've still got Primrose. Whew, that
The
was
show is over.
intense. So, we don't need that much EXP to level up on the important people again. None of my characters can open this. That's unfortunate. And this is the part where I die, right? What the hell are you? Summon my Blue Dancer.
Mercy. Witchery.
Okay, that thing's fleeing.
Mercy.
My turn
Witchery.
now.
Wind Weep? Nope.
Mercy.
So, do I want him to just defend?
I
Yeah,
think
because he's
not.
gonna be blinded anyway, so...
I think not.
That's interesting, he just got a huge amount of... Interesting. Not weak against daggers.
Here I go.
They weren't weak against wind, right? Spear? Nope. That's a problem.
I think not.
So none of my other characters have the ability to break them, I don't think. This is gonna take a while.
What to do?
Let's see if Bo isn't gonna do the job either. This is a serious problem because I'm regenerating less quickly than they
I
are
think not.
damaging me.
Here I go. The winds of fortune are howling.
So 111 damage from spell. So she can actually get an okay amount of damage to these. I'm just gonna do a max rank. Nidode. They are weak to dark, but it doesn't matter because I'm out of SP on her. I don't have the SP regen thing, so. Doing a max.
I think not.
I think one of these does. Did not do very much for me, honestly.
My turn now.
I'm actually curious if my characters will eventually unlock the ability. Nice! So we actually did manage to take that one out. Which is actually hugely important, because with only 2 of them on the field... Oh,
Let's do this.
with only 2 of them on the field, there's a substantially improved chance
Time
for
a
me
break.
to actually survive for longer.
I think not.
He's getting 100 HP per round, so he can survive infinitely against just one of them.
Let's
Yikes.
do this.
So use a Trade Tempest. This is another 100 damage. Primrose has the ability to do an attack now if she wants. I don't think she does, though.
I think not.
We'll do a normal defense here. That we're gonna do single, and then we're gonna do a burst on the next round. We did manage to take that one out, so that's great. Let's see here. 89% chance. Let's do it. $100. We are gonna have him defend. Nice. So that's 100 some damage. That is 24 experience. Not terribly impressive, to be honest. So we can go ahead and save this here, and then hopefully we can get the hell out of here before we get into another fight. We can. Whew. So we managed to get out without another fight. Whoa, 684 left behind by a banger. That's cool. Yeah, pop it over here. Do I want to fast travel somewhere? I'm not entirely sure how I feel about sticking around in this area.
It's a good day for battle.
Should be fun.
Now then.
My turn now.
So she is just going to use Trade Tempest.
The winds of fortune are howling.
She doesn't have the ability to exploit a weakness, but the fact that she has just functionally unlimited mana
Go.
means that she can legitimately AoE for days. So do I want to... I'm going to try to burst the first Lizard Man down. I don't think it will work, but it did, actually. Perfect. So, is this one going to be weak against her? Either way, I can break here, break here, and now neither of them get a turn next turn.
Here I go.
So, you can go ahead and do a rest.
Time for
Get
a
ourselves a little healthier, and you can do full attack on you. There we go.
Victory shall be.
And farewell, friends.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
So Primrose leveled up. That's very useful because now she's back up at full HP. Alright, so he can actually learn his next skill. This is single attack with a pole arm. I feel like Stout Wall is probably pretty useful. What do you use Stout Wall? Summon Strength. Wait, what? That is so good. That is a completely trash ability in the late game, I'm positive. Like, complete waste of a slot later on. But for now, because of the fact that I'm so under-leveled and so underpowered, that's going to be amazing. What I really hope is that I eventually get the ability to teach the other characters those skills. Because I have, as far as I can tell, I have enough slots there
I am ready.
for every single skill, which means why would it bother giving me the ability to equip them? Right? Why have equipping the skills be a mechanic unless you have the ability to share them at some point? So that's my hope on how that's going to play out. Wow,
I am
9?
ready.
Okay, buddy.
Have at you. Out of my way. With each
73.
I grow stronger.
Yeah, with each battle you grow stronger at a much faster rate now, because that plus 50 is a massive, massive boost. So he's going to be god tier for quite a while.
Step right up.
You know, compared to everyone else, because everyone else is a weak, pathetic fool who doesn't have any other shit set up. So eye for an eye for the win. It occurs to me that eye for an eye also allows you to have an easier time getting some of the other stuff going. This also cures status ailments. That is really
The battle
nice.
is truly joined. Now then.
I'm actually wondering, in fights like this, I think it's probably in my best interest to steal up stuff. The enemies in this section are actually really weak
The show is
compared to
over.
the desert. I don't know what's up with the desert. The desert seems completely overbalanced, like overtuned compared to the other areas. Because it's a newbie area just like all the other ones. But like the area that I was just in is the same level as the area that I was in previous with the desert, but the enemies in the desert are so much stronger, so much scarier.
It's a good day.
It might be the specifics of the interactions with the scaling.
What to do?
Oh, oops.
Victory shall be mine.
Are you weak against swords? Yes, you are.
Here I go.
So we are going to use a rank 3 collect on this guy. Oh, and fail.
Have at you.
Like sad.
I am.
This guy might not actually die from this, but he did.
The show is over.
So we get a 10% bonus to... That's that. Why did I not loot you? So what level is this? This is only level 15. I think I'm gonna come in here. Hopefully there's a save point near the entrance. There's a save point right here. So let's save in a different slot. Because I have moved a long way and I haven't actually gotten into a single fight. It's possible that
They are.
that's a problem. Those are light
I
elementals.
am ready.
I know all about you assholes. On the plus side,
Victory shall be mine.
what? The fuck was that?
Here I go.
They're not weak against wind, but that's okay.
Now then.
They are weak enough against wind. Sphere? Okay. I was hoping that Sphere would be... Oh my god! So we need to make sure that these light elementals do not get a chance to attack. There's no way on earth that this thing is weak against a freaking bug. Okay, so this thing is a huge, massive problem. We use Stout Wall. I should now be... Okay, I'm in better shape now. What do I want? Because Dark is not going to help me against you. Blue Dancer! So it's now confused. On the plus side, while I don't think I can break this thing, Trade Winds might do some decent damage. Okay, everyone's in critical, which means that only Olberic can take damage now. I do not have a means of damaging this thing in a meaningful way. It's just going to be
Shall be mine.
the burst damage. If this has an AoE, then I'm completely boned. Even without an AoE, I'm still probably boned. I don't see how I'm going to do enough damage to break this thing's HP bar before it breaks Olberic's.
The mold.
Damn. I think not.
I don't know what boosting more does, but it's not enough.
Failed.
Yeah, you have, French. That's exactly what you've done. So, this is interesting. This skeleton is just functionally unkillable for us. Hopefully they have packs that do not include the skeleton, and we're gonna have to just flee this dungeon. I was expecting, because this has a listed level that's lower than the other place did. Let's see what happens. If you're confused, you do attack yourself. So I actually could hypothetically beat this thing by summoning and the Panic Slash killing it. It's not going to be on this attempt, but though that would be really funny. She just managed to solo it because the other dancer is so OP. Okay, so we are not going to be fighting in here any more than we have to. We're going to have probably one fight before we manage to get out. We do not, so we're set. I was concerned about that. I was thinking that we were going to have to fight a fight, but if I can't win certain fights in that place, I'm not going to RNG myself to try and get some extra shinies. I only want to get shinies in a place where I can realistically go in and get the shinies with, no matter what the enemies throw at me, I have a chance to win.
No.
That's how I roll. So much damage. This is just from 50 extra damage. A boost of 50 power has translated into this massive difference in his overall
The show is
throughput.
over.
He might be able to take on that guard now. The bouncer. I don't know why the drunk bouncer is so powerful.
May I?
Like, I don't care how strong you are. If you're
I'm
drunk,
ready.
you're gonna get your ass handed to you in a fight. You can't fight when you're drunk. You just can't.
Let's do this.
No.
I am ready.
The battle. With each battle, I grow stronger.
What's that? Windows is dumb. It's like trying to tell me to update in the middle of a workday. It's like, it's 9:30 in the morning. Why are you trying to update now?
Good day for battle.
Let's see.
I am ready.
Do we have... not really much reason to even try that.
Now then.
Here I go!
So, are you all weak against wind? No, none of you are weak against wind.
I am ready.
I don't know why I only used one attack there. So these are weak against spears.
Now then.
So we just pop this one, that breaks you, and now we've got just a few
I am
left.
ready. The show is over.
Yeah, this game is super interesting. I'm looking forward to unlocking new mechanics as I explore the game, which is just a cool idea. I like the idea of picking up the different characters, and whichever character you start with gives you like an ability right off the bat that's unique to that character. But then as you explore the game, you get access to the other characters and by extension, the unique abilities that they have, which is just cool.
Now then.
Let's see. The Hermit Conks are going to activate a defensive ability
I
this
am
turn.
ready.
There's not much reason to worry about them too much. Do I want to just summon the Blue Dancer? I'm going to go for it, why not? She's not really that OP. She's not like a...
Victory shall be mine.
She's not like Mother Dearest.
I am ready.
Seabirdian.
My turn now!
It's my turn now. This thing's almost dead?
What to do?
Why is it almost dead already? Oh, because I guess NPC OP, man.
The battle is
So we should be able to kill this with Tressa on our turn. Or he'll just
each battle. I grow stronger.
or he'll just obliterate it, you know, whichever. So Ulbrich levels up. It is very funny though, the way that the scaling works, there's very different like overall power levels that you run into. So this actually just goes straight up to here. That's not where I want to be. I don't want to go to the next person's town yet. So, what do I want to do? Because I'd kind of like to explore more territory. I'm gonna pop to... What? I have 8 grand. There's the Caves of Maya. I've already explored those. I've already explored the Sunshade Catacombs. The one issue is that I do not have someone who can open chests. I wonder where I get that person. Is this person a rogue? Tressa Chapter 2 is all the way up here. And let's see. I don't have anybody's Chapter 2 down south here. But there's some big town here. I think I'm going to pop over to Cobblestone. The problem is that the map isn't really oriented with the stuff that you see here in the actual, like, normal map, like when you're wandering around in. So, since those two maps aren't really synced up in any meaningful way, it's a little unfortunate. So, let's see here. Already did this. Carved granite. It is funny how, like, remarkably similar the icons are in this to the icons in, much of a thought in Skyrim. I don't know if like the previous Elder Scrolls games also used this same thing, but like these icons are all like straight out of Skyrim. So Sunshade is that way. North Colston capture Riptide. It's that way.
Ready or not,
So
here I come.
was it due south to get to?
I am ready.
What to do?
Okay, you are actually.
Thank you.
You're gonna fail. That's what you're gonna do.
My way.
I am ready.
Victory.
Here I go.
73% chance. Yay, money!
I am ready.
Now
Farewell, friend. There was really no reason for me to do it that way. I did it silly. So, where is? So I guess I have to keep going to this North Cobblestone Gap to be able to get to the
it's a good
So.
day for battle.
It's my turn now.
Okay. That's interesting. The collect chance is very low.
Thank you.
I am ready.
So you're vulnerable to this. I don't have any
Victory shall
smack
be
here.
mine.
I could use 2 hits on the Rockadillo to insta-break it, but I'm not going to.
Now
Oh, and it's a good thing that I didn't, because
my
turns
way.
out that I got my next. I guess I could have just looked at the next turn indicator like a normal human being, but that would make too much sense.
Thank you.
Percent. Yay, money!
I am ready.
Are you gonna do enough damage to kill? Yes.
I am ready.
We had lethal.
My turn now.
Can I keep stealing from you? Empty-handed. Well, we're gonna rest.
Time for a break.
We don't need her damage. Oh, oh, oh.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
The essence of pomegranate. I'm hopeful that at some point we'll be able to steal items or something. I went the wrong way.
It's a good day for battle.
But I think it's probably not
Victory shall be
worth it to do that much,
I
actually.
am ready.
My turn.
From a time efficiency perspective, I think it's more efficient
I am
to
ready.
just
victory.
do the really fast, just auto battle type
I grow stronger.
stuff. It's like I know exactly how to do it and just put in the commands very quickly and efficiently, rather than fight the battles in a long way that gives me a little bit more money for each fight. Let's see here. I have a tendency to take longer doing things than they strictly require.
Let us fight with
So there's a
honor.
cat here.
What to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and do a
Winds
Tempest.
are howling.
Does 1 damage to the cat.
I am ready.
Very curious about those cats. They have 3 vulnerabilities.
The battle.
I had a suspicion that that would even be enough, just the
Thrill
2.
of the fight.
Domination. Oh, is that what you do you get bonus JP from overkill's damage? Oh, you that's probably from winning on turn 1.
May I have your status?
Oh,
I'm
that's
ready.
interesting. I've never actually won in the first round before. I've never fought a single fight where I actually won in the first round.
Here I go. Thank you.
Victory shall be mine.
I am ready.
So you get more JP if you win the battle
The
on
show is
round
over.
1. So this leads to the next area. I think this is just the place that I've been to.
Aye,
Yes.
aye.
So I'm gonna confirm by going
What
up
to
here,
do?
but I don't anticipate this. You're not weak against this. Don't need to worry about that.
Now
I have 4 potential
I am ready.
slots, so for like pairs of enemies like this, I could potentially beat them very easily on round 1 later.
I am.
And if I start getting proper gear for my characters, then I will actually start getting the ability to easily just sort of kill things quickly. So this is East Rippletide Coast. It's good to know. So the question is, how do I get where I'm going?
Open for business.
So
Here I go.
I am ready.
I'm gonna summon the Blue Dancer.
No.
So much damage. So Olberic can smack
I am ready.
the one that there.
No.
Boop, boop, boop.
The thrill of the fight.
Okay, so Stone Guard is this way. Okay, so we're on our way to Stone Guard. This is a danger level 17 map. So I'm gonna try to get to this big city over here. And it's a good thing I'm trying that direction because I have the ability to save here. And since I am in the world map, I'm pretty sure if the enemies here are just too powerful for me,
Right up.
I'll be fine. This is a new
Let's do this.
sound set.
The winds
Trade Tempest.
are howling.
Okay, that thing's weak.
I am ready.
Oh my good.
No.
It's weak against daggers as well, which is nice. Let's see if this is weak against- It's not. Shit. That thing does not hit
Let's
very
do
hard.
this.
Spear? Spear is weak against. I want to use Bewildering. I'm gonna use Bewildering Grace. Oh, what?
How about you?
Do I want to use 1,000 Spears? I think I do. I'm gonna use 1,000 Spears. Because I know that that thing's weak against it, so I can break it and do AoE damage at the same time.
What to do? It won't hold back.
6 damage.
Victory shall be mine.
Well played. So I can at least damage this thing with
I
Olberic.
am ready.
Oh, whoops, that was not even the right type of attack. The Panic Slash has gotten it confused. It still hurt me, though. Not optimal.
No.
I missed!
I am ready.
Oh god. Okay, good. He's gonna go first next round. I'm so glad that he has that plus 50. That plus 50 to his physical attack power is gonna make all the difference in the world. So... Spear attack's coming out.
Let's do this.
I think this round I'm gonna just attack. It's not
I am
gonna do any
ready.
damage. I guess I should probably just try to steal from it or something with her. I'm just gonna keep using the roller damage. Attack. Does nothing.
Victory shall be
Okay,
mine.
so he has. Should I do Thousand Spears at level 3? Because have I even brought? I haven't even brought this to half-life yet. We're gonna use a level 3 Thousand Spears. That is not anywhere near as much damage as I would like to see.
I am ready.
Okay, I cannot summon my companion anymore.
The Lion's Den.
Boost him again.
My turn now.
It's not vulnerable to those either. Okay, he's silenced. And he missed.
I am ready.
It's fine though, she can do a multi-hit that will get some good business done. And actually have her use a little dance on herself.
The Mole.
The only damage that I have coming out right now is Ulbrich, so... We're gonna use 4 hits. Just flat out, I think. No, I'm gonna use all 4 hits. Because I need to hit twice, and I have a good chance of missing, so...
I am ready.
So what can I do to you? It's poisoned! I forgot about the poison effect on her weapon. Okay, so that's immensely useful. She's not going to do any damage, so I'm just going to use Collect. That's 510. 466 from the poison?
I am ready.
Oh my god, the poison is going to outdamage my entire party. It's now at half-life. That's convenient after it take 2 ticks of poison damage already. Okay, so I only need to hit it once with 2 attacks. We got it.
I am ready.
Okay, we're gonna use a Mole Dance.
The Mole.
You got this, Ulbrich. It's no longer poisoned, shit. Do I want to defend? The really bad thing about this is
Victory
that.
shall be
That's the
mine.
really bad thing about it.
What to do?
the fact that she was not actually at... She was in Instagib range, but she wasn't at critical HP. So... I don't think I'm going to be able to kill this thing.
Victory shall be mine.
You can self-heal?
What's it?
Okay, that's a really, really bad sign. All I've done now in both of those things is remove most of the damage that it regened. I'm actually going to swap off of these weapons that are breaking it, because the break weapons are slowing down my death, and I want to die faster. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill it, but even if I did, I wouldn't accept it because promote that.
Out of my way.
What's it
You know what? I'm actually just going to flee. Okay. I wish that went faster.
And like this.
So you should kill me on my next turn. On your next turn. Okay. You should kill me on the next turn. Get it done. Good boy. Okay. So that's trouble. I think I can kill one of those. I think I can. It's not impossible to kill one of those. So I just need to get the job done. This is the right direction. Yes, this is the right direction.
It's a good day for battle.
Let's do this. The wind
So Trade Tempest is coming out. 2 of them are weak against it. Jesus. Okay. You are weak against sword. Good. That makes me very happy. Wish you had an AoE, but you do have something that's weak against, which is good.
I am ready.
So I think the thing that was hitting really hard was actually that rat in the back. So what do I want to do? I think she is going to break this one. That's also going to poison it. That one's dead now. Now we have the rat and this thing. I cannot tick both of those at the same time here. I can, however, use a... I want to use a multi... I don't think I want to use a multi-trade method. I guess there's no reason to anyway, because... Are you... I'm gonna try to kill the goat outright. I'm not gonna kill the goat outright, because... Probably not. Oh my god! That was 1100 damage!
What's it do?
Oh my god! Okay, so... It's gonna take a few attempts to learn how to kill these. I should have actually been testing the weaknesses on that rat. I didn't test any of their weaknesses. Unfortunately, the guy who has the AoEs got silenced on round 1, which sucked. But
May I understand?
we have 3 rats of different types. I was caught by surprise. I'm probably dead. Okay. We didn't die on round 1, but it's round 2, and they get their attacks in first. So that is weak against sword. That's good to know. You weak against spear? You're not weak against spear. God. Yeah, this is way rougher than that cave. I should go back to that cave. But no, I'm gonna get to the city because that'll allow me to fast travel to it. But then we're gonna have to get out of here very shortly thereafter because it is interesting. It seems like there's a consistent amount of time before I
I'm ready.
hit the thing. Do I want to use a dark attack? What is Bewildering Grace? I'm just gonna do a Bewildering Grace. Alright, that's... So Bewildering Grace is kind of trash. I was impressed with it because the first time I used it, it did a AoE buff, but that's not
Let's
I mean, what I mean by it's not consistent is not that the effect isn't always the same, which obviously the effect isn't always the same. That's kind of its whole point. But the effect is not consistently even like a very decent effect. Most of the effects are pretty trash. So do I want to do a full-on night? I think I do.
Knighthood.
I think those rats are stronger than the
Let's
thinger.
do this.
On the plus side,
The winds of fortune
we get a break on those,
Have at you.
and we can get a ton of damage into the others. The rats are still a problem because they can instigate
I am ready.
other people. Gonna summon the Blue Dancer.
Victory shall be mine. Out of my way.
And that's a serious problem.
Let's do this.
If I had hit both of them, then I'd have
The winds
both of them broken here, but instead I'm only breaking one of them. Which means
I am ready.
my break is desynced, and life is sad.
Damn.
So I'm just hitting flee because I want to reload.
Damn.
Oh, there's actually an achievement for that. Oh, well, I guess, if I'd realized there was an achievement for that, I actually wouldn't have done it. Because, like, I feel like not having that achievement is, like, an achievement, to be honest. Because I was just doing it to save time so that I could reload. So, what's the plan here? I feel like I can get these guys. I just need to.
open for this.
So we're back in the fight
I
with
am ready.
our OG problem. So I'm gonna try to get a poison off ASAP.
Have at you.
Okay, I'm actually gonna use Insight
There.
off that.
My turn now.
She is going to use Trade Tempest,
Fortune howling.
and
I am ready.
we're gonna use a Mole Dance. Are we gonna use Mole Dance? Yes, we're gonna use a Mole Dance.
The mole.
And he's actually gonna just guard.
Damn. I think not.
What to do?
So that thing's weak against spears.
Have at you.
Do I want to invest into... Yes, I do. So I'm gonna invest into breaking it here. And we can break the other one as well. But more importantly, do I get the poison off? No, I didn't get the poison off.
Here I go.
So we didn't get the poison off. We use a max rank Trade Tempest. Hey Ryushira. It's going pretty well. I am trying to explore into a new area and using trash tier gear, which is causing some slight problems. Do I want to defend here?
I think not.
Probably should.
I am ready.
He's in pretty much in skip range. I think that I'm gonna probably wipe here. I did not do a great job here. Oh yeah? Yeah, these things are kind of terrifying when you're using basically the default gear. Because I'm using basically the gear that you start the game with. And it hit itself, which is nice.
Now,
That's what I'm looking for. And do I want to use 1,000 spears? Just to get a quick break in? Because I'm very low on HP, and I don't like having one. Okay, I'm gonna do So we broke one. We did not break both of them.
What to do?
She can actually break the other, though. I'm gonna have to do it. Because it's almost dead.
I am ready.
So she can't really damage the other one. Let's do Lion Dance.
The Lion Dance.
Ulbrich is the only part. Yeah, I haven't bought any new gear because
I'm ready.
I tend to play games with a lot of like weird random restrictions, and so for this run, for now, I'm not allowing myself to buy gear from the vendors. I am, however, allowing myself to use Tress's ability, which allows me to buy gear from certain characters in the world map. I am letting myself do that. And so I actually have gotten access to some really nice stuff that way. The problem is that I don't have that much money, and I'm cheap, so I've been avoiding buying the some of the good stuff. No, this is my first playthrough, and it's completely blind, so I have no idea what I'm doing, I have no idea where I'm going, and that's how I like it. So this is unfortunately confused, but it didn't hit itself, it hit me instead, like foul creature that it truly is. Do we want to use the... Well, let's do it. It's probably going to be trash, but... Enveloped in mist? Wow. That's... So not only is that ability completely goddamn random, it has negative effects that it can use? Wow, that's trash. Oh man, that is like the worst ability probably in the game. I have like 3 characters, I don't even care what other people in the game can do. That ability that she has is almost certainly the worst ability in the entire game. I literally just spent 25 mana to silence my entire party. Oh right, I shouldn't have defended. Let's see. But yeah, this Aurochs is a problem. Hopefully I can flee. Yes, I can. So we're going to reload, because I am also not allowing any characters to die, and I'm not going to be doing any fleeing. The only reason I'm fleeing here is just because it takes a long time for it to kill everybody, so I'm fleeing so that I can get the reload. Unfortunately, this place, I was thinking that I'd be able to get through to Stoneguard without needing to rely on too much RNG, but because the evasion rate of the enemies is actually really high because they're so much more powerful than me, I feel like that might not actually be the case. So I think I'm gonna TP back to Sunshade, maybe? Let's see, do I want to start getting some of those more marginal upgrades? I think that there was a decent but not amazing sword that I could pick up in Cobblestone. Let me take a look at my finger. How close are you? You're very close to getting your 3rd rank skill, which will hopefully be more useful than endless items. Oh, I'm also not using consumables, so... The many limitations of Arctole. Let's see. What do I want to do? There was somebody here who had... So this is super cheap. I think I'm going to purchase this. She has the Iron Helm here. This is just cheap as hell, so I might as well do it. Yeah, that's a huge bonus to physical defense. But it's interesting because when you get to the support skill that he gets for summon strength, this was just such a god tier ability for him to get because I don't have any equipment on, so it increases his physical attack power by almost 50%. It's ridiculous. It's like, wait, I can do damage now. It's almost like I have an actual weapon equipped. Almost. Okay, so I might be able to take out that bouncer, actually. Ooh, do I want to get this Falcon Dagger? It also increases my evasion. But it doesn't help me against the most powerful enemies. Because the thing that I have right now is actually really good against powerful enemies because it can poison them. Though the bosses seem to be immune to the poison damage, even though they're not immune to the status effect. The pirate did not seem to be taking damage over time from the poison, but the Auroch was. So, it's a little weird. I think we're going to try this. Are we prepared for this? I guess we're prepared as best we can be. That's actually not true. We're going to go ahead and swap the black attire onto him for this fight and see how this goes. A battle fair square to arms! A scrap with me, yet I may be fight, but I know how to drunk. Wait, I mean...
Fight with honor. Have at you.
So I don't know how hard this is going to be with the regen. He's not susceptible to that.
The battle is true.
He is susceptible to spears. Too drunk to move. Okay, that's going to actually really help me a lot.
Victory shall be mine. Damn.
Will it help me enough? I do not know.
The battle.
I should have done this that wall.
Stand firm.
Silly me not to. So I only have 288 HP left.
Damn.
I'm actually just going to defend for a few turns. I have plenty of mana, so I should have done this before. Let's see. I don't like that you act earlier on your next turn when you defend. It's dumb. It's dumb to act earlier after you've activated the guard status that makes you block attacks. It's like, why? Let's see here. Do I want... I don't want to use
Stand
these.
firm.
So...
Damn.
Oh, God.
Out of my way.
So... Guard break,
Damn.
which saves me a little bit of time there. I actually shouldn't have done that. I should just use 1,000 Spears now that I think about it.
I think not.
So he's still going to go before me,
Too
which is
slow.
good.
Damn.
Then... Because, like, if I defend again, I'm going to be put ahead of him, so there's no point in defending right now. But if I don't defend, then he's going to attack first and I'm going to take damage. So it's just incredibly stupid that defend makes you go earlier, because it's completely counterproductive for what defend is supposed to be doing. But, you know, whatever. What do I know? What do I know? Anyway, so
No.
we were able to use that to get that quick break on him there. But this is not looking promising, even with the advantage that we have from that extra gear that we picked up. This is, like, even with the best gear I have, he's still way too strong for me to reasonably be expecting to take him out. I'm gonna use another 1,000 because he's not even half life yet. Okay. The other guy was sufficiently weak. He was way stronger than I am, but he was sufficiently low in his overall damage output that he wasn't out damaging my regen, and that's critical. This guy, he occasionally is too drunk to move, but generally he's getting his attacks in, and when he gets his attacks in, he's doing way more damage than 100.
Are these it?
Okay.
Out of my way.
And I'm just going to
Okay. We're gonna pop full damage out.
Damn.
I'm still gonna like attempt it, even though I don't think that the probability of me succeeding is very high. Because he might become weaker as he gets lower in HP. It doesn't seem very likely, but yeah. You got the double attack there. A regrettable outcome. Yeah, no crap. We're gonna go ahead and reload. Life is sad. So, is there any way that I could improve my results? Basic gist is that I would need to have sufficient defense to hold him off. I guess I could remove the empowering earring and replace it with something that increases defense, but I don't think that that's going to be meaningful. That's just not going to help me much, I don't think. Hey, this prevents blindness. That's really cool. Lightning plus 10 evasion. So, we bought this. This is the person with the dagger. Do any of these people have interesting portrait with a kiss? I think there is a mid-priced sword, but I'm not using a sword, I'm using a spear. I'm gonna go back to Ripple-Tide. I don't think I can buy this thing, but it's possible that the not-for-sale stuff just requires that you be a certain level with her. Why can't they seem to understand? The same stubborn fool has proposed to me 10 times over, you see? Every time I turn him down, every time he runs home crying all the way. A woman in her right mind would want to marry such a spineless and fragile man. Not me, that's for sure. Love and unrequited. Do you have shiny objects? Yes, you do. You have a plate shield, which has 45 physical defense. Why did it reduce my evasion? That's very strange. Let's see. Haggling discount? Interesting. So this is going to be a huge upgrade for whoever I give it to. Can I give it to her? I actually can. That's interesting. So this will, I think, cut off... How much is this? 3. Wow. Okay, so she can finally equip a buckler. And that'll help. And we have a heavy bow here. Was this here before? I don't remember seeing this. So that's 11 grand.
Hello.
Yeah, the tavern person. Tavern people don't have anything to sell. So the population has changed here. This is not the same as it was before. Different people are here. This is clearly a quest item. I'm gonna go and pick it up. It's cheap. I'm confident I have the best ways around. See anything you fancy? Always looking for the bargain. Can I buy your heirloom harpoon? Nope. The fact that it says not for sale is interesting. My name's Lee Mann, adventurer extraordinaire. Perhaps you've heard of me? No? Shame. Anyhow, I'm just about to set out on a journey of a lifetime. Hark, can you hear it? That's the sound of the great unknown calling out to me. Oh. And yet, can you believe me? I seem to have completely unequipped for my adventure. My young friend, could you help me help a great adventurer prepare for a journey of a lifetime? Sure, why not? I wonder if the reward is going to be more than I... Why, this is precisely the sort of equipment a great adventurer like myself needs. Cannot be that you prepared all this for my sake, can it? Sure, why not? Forgive me to have a complete stranger go to such lengths for me. And yet, since you've already gone to such lengths, would it be more rude for me to refuse your generosity now? You don't mind, do you? It's not that expensive. Thank you. You are no stranger, no, far from today. We are fast friends. I want him to just transform right in front of me because he equips all the gear. Now that I'm fully equipped, it's time to set out to discover a new continent. Hear me now, O thou vast and uncharted world. I am Le Man, and I venture unto thee. I actually want to see him just jump into the ocean and swim out to sea. That would be very funny. But I guess this isn't that kind of a game. Anyhow, I have a feeling our paths will cross again one day. Farewell, friend of my heart. But especially with a name like Le Man, I just want him to just swim out into the ocean. Not to his death. I want him to swim out to the ocean because it's funny. That's a bit too lively for my taste. It just makes me want to go somewhere far, far away. Okay, nothing terribly interesting there. So we did get more out of that than we paid, which is nice. And we also got one of those stat boosting items. I will eventually be using the stat boosting items, but I'm not going to use them until the late game. Because I don't know if they are... they come in finite quantities or not. So, if they come in finite quantities, then I don't want to waste them right now without full knowledge of what I'm going to be using them for. So I already bought this. Slippery Nut. Oh, that's a great name. This is the Dragon Scarf. That's the thing that does the thing. Got another cool nut. And this is her bed, so we can presumably sleep there. And what else is there? Are we done with your quest already? I don't remember what she asked me to do.
Greetings.
I found sounds a fine age to settle down and get married, but he hasn't had much luck in love. I know he has the heart to settle on a certain lady, but she refused him again and again. Why, I'm embarrassed to be his mother. When I find him, I'll have words with him, alright? Soulstones.
The truth is,
You know, I have this friend, his name is Leman. He's always wanted to be an adventurer, but between the two of us, he can't tie his own shoelaces without someone's help. And every time he gets down in the dumps, it always falls to me to give him the push he needs to get moving again. Interesting. So basically, at some point, he's going to need me to allure this guy over to talk to him, probably.
Greetings.
Exotic grandma. I traveled far and wide across the world and learned many tongues. Not that I ever get a chance to speak them. All my knowledge is good for the telling of tales of children to children. Soulstone.
Huh.
The old lady's always looking out for the siege, dresses right funny. But she knows all sorts of tales, so we sometimes hear her tell one. My favorite stories are the strange land that lies on the other side of the ocean.
greetings to you.
I'm a fruit connoisseur myself. Love that sweet and sour taste. Okay, so we have nothing of particular interest here, I guess. So do I want to actually start accumulating the rest of the characters? Because that will presumably give me access to new abilities, which is good. So this is, both of their chapter 2s are up here. Do I want to go this way through, or do I want to go west to where Alphen is? Hanging with Alphen makes a degree of sense. The other thing that does make a degree of sense is if I were to look at my available gear, let's take a look over in Cobblestone, because I just added 45 defense. That's actually quite a lot. So if I could get this iron vest, it's reasonably cheap. It's a sturdy shield. Should I buy this for my other characters? I don't really want to buy that for the other characters. It makes sense to do so, but you know. I don't want to buy too much in terms of like kind of mediocre trash gear. Kindly Farmer, Silver Spear, yes. Plus 24. Always looking for a bargain. So that is what we desperately needed. So we can give this to him for now. And we're not going to want to keep it on him forever, I don't think. We're going to want to give it to her once we get to a certain point. We will want to then put it back on him eventually. But for now, we're giving it to him. We can give him... Do I want to pick up the armor? I don't remember it being that expensive. I might be able to afford it. I can afford the iron vest. I'm going to buy it. Oh, wait, no. Is this better? 36. 36 versus 20. Yeah, that's better. So we're going to pick up the iron vest. We're now completely broke, but that might be sufficient to get us to where we're going. maybe. No guarantees at all. No guarantees at all. But that is a huge amount of extra defense that we've got between the 40-something. So the hope here is that that reduces the amount of damage that I take by 100-something. We can... Do we want... She doesn't have an accessory right now. Do we want crit or defense? I think we're going to stack defense. So you, instead of the empowering earring, are going to get the protective earring. So the more defense you stack, the more effective defense gets. So we've just, what, like doubled our defense value. So hopefully that will be sufficient to get the job done. But I do not need to steal anybody else's equipment in order to get this done, I don't think. So we will also be doing way more damage. But let's see here. Challenge.
Good day for battle.
Let's do it.
Now then,
Okay, so we are first going to use Stout Wall.
stand firm.
Because we want to keep that active. 133.
Now then,
Followed by 2 Drunk to Move. Oh, that's on.
now then.
Okay, we're gonna have this with no problem, I think.
How about you?
Okay, that's actually 196. That's a pretty good amount of damage.
Now then.
Okay, what we're gonna do now... do I actually want to use a max rank Abide? No. No, I don't. Do I want to use an Abide at all? Yes. I'm going to use an Abide that lasts for 5 turns.
Now then.
And I'm going to use a rank 2 thing to break him. Then I'm going to do a max 2. God, that is so much damage. So,
Victory shall be
next thing on the list is I'm going to use a Stout Wall.
stand firm. How about you?
So we're just going to keep punching until
Victory.
we get to the point where we either cap or have a break. He's about to break.
Battle is truly joy.
We are going to use... I use a Abide. And then I'm just going to use 2 max boosted attacks.
My blade is unbending.
But unfortunately, it looks like the strategy of, like, doing just maximal damage is not actually going to be viable here. I have to actually be defensive.
Damn.
Okay, so... Do we want to just defend? I'm actually going to just defend.
Damn.
And that didn't do anything for me. 2 Drunk to Move, so I just wasted a bunch of damage. And 2 Fire Revolvers.
I think not.
There's one option that I have at my disposal is to spam defend until I get up to 5 things. And then,
I think not.
once I get up to 5, I just burst 4 attacks out to break him.
My blade is unbending. Out of my way.
This guy has so much HP. So use a stat wall, and then I'm gonna just start defending. This will reduce the amount of damage I take overall.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think not.
The interesting thing about this game is the... See, this is the problem. If I attack, then he's going to go twice in a row. If I defend, he's not going to go twice in a row. I want him to go twice in a row so that I can defend once and get him to hit me with 2 attacks. But he doesn't want me to do that.
Stand firm.
Yeah, I'm gonna run out of mana before I kill him if I'm using this strat.
Have at you.
So I think I have to be more aggressive. I'll use
Damn.
the stout thing anyway.
Damn.
I should probably be hitting a bide before I do that. The problem with doing that though, he is at half-life. So
Damn.
how much damage is that? Yeah, if Thousand Spears didn't have such a trash accuracy,
Damn.
it would definitely not be a bad attack. It's still not terrible.
My blade is unbended.
I mean, it's not like the bewildering dance or whatever terrible. I mean, right? But yeah, I think that I'm probably just gonna end up dying here. I'm gonna be super aggro because either being super aggro is going to somehow save my life, or it'll get me killed faster and then I can do a reload. Okay, so I'm gonna just spill water all over myself like a damn noob. Except that's not actually water, that's Mountain Dew, but close enough. So, is there anything else I can do to potentially get a little stronger for this bouncer? Right now, I don't actually think so. Am I stronger enough that I can potentially get through this Stoneguard Pass? No. But you know what I am strong enough for? I think I am strong enough for this Whistling Cavern. So I think I'm going to try going into this Whistling Cavern and see how that goes. Because what we're going to do first is we're going to take the spear off of him. We're going to give it to her. Because with it on her, we now have 2 people that are going to be doing the enhanced damage. Primrose has a physical attack of 103. Okay, so it's 160 versus 181. So the goal here,
Fight with honor.
I didn't realize how the status screen
I'm
worked
ready.
at first. I was confused. Oh right, I don't actually have a person. So do we want to use a Night Ode? Yes. Does only have one thing to break, so might as well.
My turn now.
And then we can use Trade Tempest, because there's really no reason not to use Trade Tempest when we have it.
Have at you. I will cut you down.
I'm live.
What you stream?
Huh?
At the instant.
What's my what?
What do you stream?
I'm streaming Octopath Traveler. It's a Japanese RPG, like Japanese open world RPG, basically. Octopath. Because there's 8 characters that you can play as. And you're going down each of their paths, so Octopath. Yeah, are you guys playing? Okay. Yeah, I'll come on soon. I'll be right there. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to head out, but first we are going to beat up these guys. And I guess that was the optimal way to handle that, but it's fine.
Let's
So,
do
do you have the ability to do anything interesting? That Do I want to summon the Blue Dancer? Kill this one.
Victory
Kill it
shall
with fire. I wish I could kill it with fire. I don't
I'm
actually have
ready.
any fire attacks. Yeah, I think we should be able to get ourselves powered up
The battle is
pretty
truly
soon.
joy. Out of my way. With each battle, I grow stronger.
Now that we have access to more powerful enemies that are giving us more money when we kill them and things like that. Oh, I guess I can actually just TP. So we're going to TP up here just to speed things up because I do need to go. I have stuff that I was scheduled with people today. So I'm going to save it up and we will come back to this later. I will probably be streaming later today in the afternoon. I usually try to stream in the mornings, but when I've got stuff going on here, I will be streaming in the afternoons, which of course is the worst possible time to be streaming for people in the Western world, because opposite end of the world, afternoon is the middle of the damn night, but that's fine. So that's going to be it for right now, so thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure streaming this for you today, and I hope to see you again in just a little bit when we are hopefully going to be doing more murder and maybe doing less getting murdered. There, folks.